All right, folks, back here, Oscar Frazier Park, field number 2 with the 2022 Junior Boys and Dixie Boys State Tournament. In this matchup, we have the visiting team from North Augusta playing the home team from Sumter. Going to try to run through the lineups real quick for North Augusta first. Batting first, shortstop number 17, Ryder Bennett. Might be Riker, I'm sorry. Batting second, number 2, pitching, Chris Smith. Batting third baseman, number 1, Caleb McBride. Batting fourth, number 12, catching, Ian Urban. Batting fifth, number 3, left fielder, Sean Smith Jr. Batting sixth, center fielder, Will Reese. Batting seventh, number 11, Trey Sutton playing first base. Batting eighth, number 4, Cowan Spivey playing second base. Batting ninth, the right fielder, number 15, Jose Uvalde. Starting pitcher for Sumter is going to be Britton Pack. Starting lineup for Sumter will be batting first 7, Bodie Bowden. Batting second, number 1, Larry Johnson. Batting third, number 9, Ryan Griswood. Batting fourth, 18, John Niswanger. Batting fifth, 8, Dakota Cornelius. Batting sixth will be John Taylor Baker. Batting seventh, 22, Jaden Tillman. Batting eighth, number 12, Noah Huzuda. And batting ninth, number 2, Vance Cooper. Looks like we're ready for the first pitch of the game, and batting first will be number 17, Riker Bennett. Here's the first pitch of the game, and it's inside for ball one. Ball one. Next pitch in there, swung on, tipped to the left side, foul for strike 1. So 1-1 count now on the leadoff hitter, Riker Bennett. Is it Riker or Ryder? I don't know either. Pitcher Britton Pack looking in for his sign. He's got his sign. Here's the pitch. It will hit him. Bennett will take a trot down first base. Hit by a pitch. Next batter will be number 2, Chris Smith. He's the opposing pitcher for North Augusta. Girl, you got to squeeze it. Here's a pitch from Pack. In there for a strike. 0-1 count. No outs here in the top of the first. Here's a pitch from Pack. Swung on and missed again, so quickly ahead on the hitter Smith, 0-2. So 0-2 count. Britton Pack quickly gets ahead of the hitter Chris Smith. Runner on first is Riker Bennett. Here's the pitch. In there for strike 3. So 3 pitch strikeout there for Britton Pack. And now at the bat will be number 1, Caleb McBride, starting third baseman for North Augusta. So 1 out here in the top of the first. There is a runner on first base for North Augusta. Here's the pitch. Runner will take off the first. Catcher will get by him. No throw. Runner will stand up safely. So now runner in scoring position for North Augusta. So 1-0 count here. Next pitch is in there for a ball, 2-0 count now. 2-0 count here to the hitter, Caleb McBride. Britton Pack, starting pitcher for Sumter. After hitting the first batter, 3-pitch strikeout of the second hitter. His next pitch here to McBride, in there for strike 1, so 2-1 count now. Here's the pitch from Pack in the dirt for ball 3. 3-1 count now to the batter, Caleb McBride.
Now batting, number 13, Lucas Haney.
2-1 pitch on the way from Pack. Swung on, tap foul to the left side. So 2-2 count here to the batter, Caleb McBride. Umpires today are behind the plate will be Mark Rennis, and in the field will be Mike Seeley. Here's the pitch from Pack. Swung on, tapped just about the same place he just tapped it. He's staying alive here.
it makes the catch for the third out of the game. Third out of the inning.
2-2 pitch from the way from Pack. In there for strike 3. So back-to-back strikeouts for the pitcher, Britton Pack. And stepping to the plate will be number 12, Ian Urban, catcher for North Augusta.
Number 12, Ian Urban.
Leads 14-2. You're on county count.
Ball gets by the catcher, and runner will take off to third. So now we have 1-0 count, runner on third base for North Augusta.
Fun for ages 12 and up. You mentioned you heard this here.
That was
10%
Josh
off.
Porter's 95th pitch. 95 pitches, Josh Porter.
1-0 pitch on the way from Pack. Swung on. 1-1 count. 2 outs here in the top of the first.
That concludes our ball game. Good job today. We'll see you boys tomorrow.
There's a hit to the outfield, and that'll score a run for North Augusta. The ball will get all the way to the field. Runner will get all the way to third base on an error by the outfielder. Just one. So North Augusta will take a 1-0 lead here in the top of the first.
Run rule in effect. 12-run rule after 4 innings. Now, these teams will be back in action.
So 2 outs here, and now up to bat will be number 3, Sean Smith Jr. Here's the pitch to Sean. Hit foul to the right side. So 0-1 count now.
10 a.m. tomorrow on Game 3.
Don't just go back to your hotel. Go throw some axes at Palmetto Axes. Conveniently located just 5 minutes from here. Ages 12 and up are invited. Mention you heard it here.
Here's a pitch from Britton Pack. Outside corner for a strike, so Pack is way ahead of the hitter, Smith, 0-2. And that'll be 3 down there, folks. So we'll move on to the bottom half of the first, but not before North Augusta takes the lead over Sumter, 1-0. We'll see you in just a moment. You're here on the County Channel. All right, back here, bottom of the first inning on field 2 at Oscar Frazier Park here in Bluffton. We got Sumter up to bat. The leadoff batter will be number 7, Bodie Bowden. Starting pitcher for North Augusta is going to be number 2, Chris Smith. Chris was one of the contestants in the three-point shooting contest last night. Looks like Chris is ready for his first pitch of the game. Here it comes, high and inside for ball 1. One 1-0 pitch from Smith is behind the batter, so 2-0 count here. So 2-0 count here, 1-0 so far. North Augusta scored in the top of the first. Here's a pitch for Chris Smith. High and outside for ball 3, so quickly Bowden's way ahead, 3-0 on the pitcher. Smith looks in on his pitch. Here it comes. Outside ball 4, so leadoff walk for Bodie Bowden. Next up to bat will be number 1, Larry Johnson. It's getting really sticky out there, folks. It's a hot one. We just started game 2, and field 3 is already finished with game 2 today. Very unfortunate for the good guys. Here's a pitch. Smith, the runner will take off first, but that will hit the batter, and he'll take first base. So quickly, Sumter has 2 runners on, no outs here in the bottom of the first. Mr. Wonger. So we got number 9, Ryan Gristwood up to bat. Here's the pitch from Smith. A little inside for ball 1. So 1-0 count here. Runners on first and second for Sumter in the bottom of the first inning. Smith has his sign. Here's the pitch. In there, strike 1. So 1-1 count now. North Augusta is around the Georgia-South Carolina border. And Sumter's in towards the Midlands, PD area of South Carolina. Here's a pitch from North Augusta's Chris Smith. Just missed for ball 2, so 2-1 count for the batter, Gristwood, who plays catcher for Sumter. Here's the pitch from Smith. Little inside, but it misses. Ball 3, 3-1 count now as Chris Smith has a little issue right now finding the strike zone. Here's the pitch from Smith. Barely misses for ball 4, so first 3 batters has loaded the bases for Sumter as Josh Niswanger. Or Niswager, I'm sorry, Josh, if I mess up your name. Gotta talk into the mic. Third baseman for Sumter will head in as North Augusta's manager will come talk to the coach or talk to his pitcher. So bases loaded, no outs for Sumter. Is it Wonger? That's what I thought.
Now batting, number 4, Parker Cromer.
All right, who was it? Who just finished over here?
No. All right, so we got McBride went out there for a visit to talk to his starting pitcher. And this Wonger's stepping up to the plate for Sumter. Bases are juiced and no outs here in the bottom of the first. Sumter looking to try to blow it wide open here, guys. Smith looking in for his sign. He's got it. Here's the pitch. A little low for ball one. 1-0 count now on the third baseman, Josh Niswanger. Josh looks like he's a pretty big boy. Yeah. Here's a pitch from Smith. A little low and outside for ball two. 2-0 count now on the cleanup hitter. Here's a pitch from Smith. That'll get by the catcher. It looks like a run will come home to score as Sumter ties the game up at 1-1. 3-0 count here on Niswanger, the cleanup hitter for Sumter. Smith looking in for his sign. 3-0 pitch on the way. In there for ball four. I'm not sure where that one missed, but so ball four. The bases are loaded once again.
Now batting number 8, Dakota Cornelius.
Now batting number 8, Dakota Cornelius. Center fielder for Sumter. Smith has his sign. Here's his pitch. Swung on and missed for strike one. Pitch gets behind the catcher, and that'll score another run as Larry Johnson comes home to score. Score is now Sumter is taking the lead 2-1 as Chris Smith has had another wild pitch. So runners now are on second and third. No outs here in the bottom of the first. So Smith is looking in for his sign. Looks like he's ready. Here's the pitch. Swung on and popped up back. Heads up, everybody. Heads up, heads up. Oh, God. That almost got a spectator, but luckily it did not. So 2-1 count here to the hitter, Dakota Cornelius. Smith looks in for his sign. I think he has it. In there high and inside. I think they'll run the count 3-1. 3-1 to the batter, Dakota Cornelius from Sumter. Smith has a sign. Here's the pitch. Outside and low. That's going to get by the catcher as well as another run will come home to score. I'm sorry, there must have been a 2-1 count. I apologize before that. Sorry, that's my bad. So 3-1 now, no out still, and now the score is Sumter 3, North Augusta 1. Is it 3-2? I'm sorry, it might be 3-2. We'll find out in just a second. Here's pitch for Smith. Outside corner. It is strike 2. Oh, strike 3, excuse me. So that's out number 1 here in the bottom of the first inning as the DH, number 24, John Tyler Baker, steps to the plate.
Now batting number 24, John Tyler Baker. Right?
Yep. Here's a pitch outside corner for strike 1 to Baker. Look like Smith is kind of settling in, throwing more strikes here. Smith toes the rubber. Here's the 0-1 pitch. Swung on and looped to right behind the second baseman. He's not going to get it. That's going to be an RBI single for Baker as Niswanger trots home to make the score 4-1 in favor of the Sumter All-Stars.
Next to bat number 22, Jaden Tillman.
So Jaden Tillman, the first baseman, will step into the batter's box. 1 out here in the bottom of the first. Runner on first base. Your score is Sumter 4-1. as they've kind of gotten hot here in the bottom of the first. That ball sailed over the kid's head, barely misses. Count is 1-0.
Probably not near as close as it looks from up here, but wow.
So 2-0 count now to the hitter, Jaden Tillman. Smith has his sign. Here's the pitch. Oh, and that is going to hit Tillman in the middle of the back, and that one probably didn't feel too good. He's going to walk it off, jog it off, trot it off.
Weebledy wobbly.
As number 12,
Number 4, Caleb.
Noah Hazuda steps into the batter's box.
Now batting number 12, Noah Hazuda. Cool name.
So runners on first and second now. Only one out here in the bottom of the first inning. Chris Smith trying to battle out there to get out of here without much more damage. Smith looking on to get a sign. And here's his pitch. Way outside to get by the catcher, and that will let the runners advance to second and third. So now both runners are in scoring position here for Sumter. So 1-0 count here, one out here in the bottom of the first inning. Here's a pitch from Smith. Swung on, that's hit hard to left side, and that's going to get down for a single. One run's going to score. Runner's going to round third, and the second run's going to come home to score easily. As Asuda has himself a 2 RBI single here to blow this game open. Score is 6-1 now in favor of the Sumter All-Stars.
Batting number 2, Vance Cooper.
And now stepping to the plate will be number 2, Vance Cooper, right fielder for Sumter. Smith looking on for his sign. Runner's got a pretty good lead at first.
Number 12, Raylan Certain.
Pitch is low and outside for ball 1. Sumter is dangerously close to batting around here in the bottom of the first inning. Smith looking on. Here's the pitch. In there for strike 1. 1-1 count now. One out here in the bottom of the first. Here's a pitch from Smith. High and outside for ball 2. 2-1 count now. To your right fielder, Vance Cooper. Runner on first is left fielder Noah Hazuda. Here's a pitch from Smith. Swung on and missed. That'll even the count at 2-2. Smith trying to get out of this inning without any further damage. Sumter has put a lot of runs across the plate. Problem has been Smith has been a little inaccurate so far. Here's a pitch from Smith way outside. That's going to get by the catcher. That's probably the 5th or 6th wild pitch so far here this inning. So runner will scamper down to second. That'll run the count full. With runner on second, only one out here in the bottom of the first. Good thinking. Smith looking on for this pitch. Here it comes. Way behind the hitter. Runner on second will advance to third, and Cooper was walked down to first. And we'll get back to the top of the lineup for number 7, Bodie Bowden.
Batting number 7, Bodie Bowden.
I'm going to go out on a limb and say that his parents might have been some Point Break fans back in the day. Old Patrick Swayze, Keanu Reeves. So runners on first and third. Here's a pitch for Smith. High and inside for ball 1. The runner, Cooper, will take off to second and stand up safely. But runners on second and third. Still only one out here in the bottom of the first inning. Smith looking on. 1-0 pitch on the way. Oh, it almost hit Bowden.
This kid's got to go.
So 2-0 count now here on the leadoff hitter for Sumter. Runners on second and third. Smith looking on. I believe he has his sign, and he's ready. Here's the pitch. That's another high ball. That's going to get by the catcher as well, and another run's going to come home to score. That'll make the score 7-1 in favor of Sumter. So that's a 3-0 count now on the batter, shortstop Bodie Bowden. Chris Smith looking on. He has his pitch. Here it is. A little low for ball 4. So that'll put another runner on. So we have runners on first and third now. Only one out. Yeah, they're not. Just put it right there. They'll be here in a minute. All right, so Larry Johnson will be back up to bat. Walked in the first inning.
Larry Johnson.
So runner on first and third here for Sumter. Chris Smith still on the mound, starting pitcher for North Augusta. One out. Here goes the runner on first. Pitches, I guess, a little low for ball 1. So 1-0 count now on the batter. Runners on second and third. Sumter has opened it up here, folks. 7-1 so far. Here's the pitch. Swung on and missed for strike 1. That'll even count at 1-1 for the batter, Larry Johnson. Larry was also in the three-point contest last night. I think he did pretty good. He kind of looked like the old Hornet, Larry Johnson. Here's the pitch. Swung on. That's hit down the right field line, but I think that's telling foul. Just foul. Not a bad thought there by Larry. So he'll trot on back for his next swing. Count is 1-2, 1 out here. Runners on second and third. Chris Smith looking on to get his sign. Here's the pitch. Outside, ball 2. That'll even count at 2-2.
Now batting, number 7, Carson Bibb.
And Chris trying to get his team out of here with no other damage. Looking on. Here's the 2-2 pitch. Swung on. Hard swing there by Larry, but it's foul to the back. So 2-2 count here to the hitter, Larry Johnson. Still only 1 out, folks. I picked a great field to be on today, folks. Here's the pitch from Chris. Swung on. That was a fastball I don't think Larry's ready for. And that's strike 3. 2 outs. You cleared it. Yeah, you did. It's clear. So 2 outs now here, and the batter will be number 9, Ryan Gristwood. So 2 outs, runners on second and third. Here's the pitch from Chris Smith. High and inside for ball 1. Sumter's batted around and put 7 runs on the board so far. Looking to try to add to that here. Smith looking on. He has his sign. Here's the pitch. Outside corner for strike. That'll even the count at 1-1. It's hot out there, folks. You can tell the guys are laboring a little bit, I believe. Here's a pitch from Smith. Outside for ball 2. Run the count 2-1 with 2 outs here.
Now batting, number 10, Joshua Porter.
So Smith looking on. Here's the pitch. A little outside, but I think the umpire called it a strike. I can't tell. Yeah, it must be 2-2 pitch. So it's 2-2 count now. 2-2-2 on the board. Bottom of the first, 7-1 so far in favor of Sumter. Smith's towing the rubber. look like he's ready to make his move to the home plate. Here's pitch. And that'll hit Gristwood in the back side of one area, and he'll trot on down to first base as the cleanup hitter, Josh Notswanger, the third baseman, will step to the batter's box.
That poor family is like.
So bases are juiced now. 2 outs here at the bottom of the first. Here's a pitch for Smith, and that's swung on. That's hit over to right field. I think that's going to get over the right fielder head. Yes, it will. 1 run will score. 2 runs will score. Their runner from first is going to round third, and he's going to come home and standing safely. That is a 3 RBI double for Notswanger. Niswanger, I apologize. 3, his bases were loaded. The bases were loaded, Daryl. Oh, yeah. So 2 outs here. Sumter has really exploded. 10-1 is your score now at the bat. Is number 8, Dakota Cornelius, and he lifts one out to the left field, and he blasted one into the gap. That'll score Niswanger from third, and Cornelius will go standing into second. Oh, and bad throw in the second. Shortstop will misplay it, and Cornelius will scamper over to third on a throwing error or catching error, one of the two, by the shortstop or center fielder. So your score is now 11-1. Sumter's really pouring it on here. And stepping to the batter's box will be number 24, John Tyler Baker, who already has a 2 RBI single here in the first inning. And now Sumter is dangerously close to batting around twice.
Number 11, Skylar Maroney.
Here's the pitch from Baker. Swung on and tapped foul to the right. I wouldn't mind a hot dog at some point, not now. No problem. So 1-1 count here to Baker. 2 outs, still in the bottom of the first inning. And Chris Smith is still on the mound for North Augusta. He's looking on. He's got his 1-1 sign. Here's the pitch. Oh, and that's thrown behind Baker. Cornelius will scamper home and stand up safely. Chris Smith is frustrated. He didn't even try to cover home plate. So, yeah. So no runners on now, but another run comes home. So it's 12-1 in favor of Sumter now. 2-1 count on the cleanup, or excuse me, the DH, John Tyler Baker. High and outside, 3-1. We're almost out of what? No, the big cooler downstairs got a ton of it. Oh, Jesus. There's a ton of the coach. The umpires have a ton down there, too. Yeah. So 3-1 count now to Baker. Here's a pitch. And that'll be ball 4 as Baker will trot down to first base on a walk. And now batting will be number 22, Jaden Tillman. So 2 outs here in the bottom of the first, and Sumter has really poured it on. 12-1 is your score, and they still look like they're not ready to be done. Here's a pitch from Smith, high and inside for ball 1. Smith looking on for his sign. And he'll step off the rubber. Smith looking on. Here's the pitch. Swung on, big cut, but missed. So 1-1 count. So 1-1 count. 2 outs here in the bottom of the first. Smith looking on for his sign. Here's the pitch. Hit to third base, and that'll get between him and the shortstop for a single. The left fielder will misplay it, but Baker's going to stay put at second. So now batting will be number 12, Noah Hazuda, who had a 2 RBI single in the first inning, or earlier in the inning. Hazuda. So runners down first and second, 2 outs here, still in the bottom of the first, and Sumter is showing no mercy. Wild pitch there for ball 1 from Chris Smith. The runners advance to second and third. Thank you, Darryl. So 1-0, outs here, bottom of the first. And the pitcher, the kid, third base was tying his shoes. First baseman's tying his shoes now. Everybody's tying their shoes.
Anybody else?
So Smith looking on. He's ready for his pitch, and here it comes. High, ball 2. They had batted around almost twice. This is the 8-hole hitter. He's already batted once.
He's got great head there.
Did you see him just cock his head at the catcher for the wild throw?
He's literally trying to put his head backwards. And the pitcher looks like he was trying to put his hat backwards, which I don't think he realizes you can't do.
Even if he could. Dang hair.
So 2-0 count here, 2 outs here in the bottom of the first. We've had some interesting games to say the least. Here's the pitch from Smith. Swung on and missed. So that'll run the count to 2-1 on the left fielder, Noah Hazuda. That is all. Here's Chris Smith's pitch. Outside corner for strike 2. 2-2 count. I don't know what the pitcher's running off for.
I also couldn't read this. So I had to fix
Smith looking in for his sign, and here's the pitch. Fouled off to the right side by Hazuda. No, it's just fouled off. It was already 2-2 before that. Duh. Smith looking in for his 2-2 pitch. Here it is, and it's way outside and low, but past the catcher. But Baker's going to stay put at third. So full count, 2 outs here in the bottom of the first. Smith trying to get his North Augusta All-Stars back in the dugout. So Smith looks like he's ready. 3-2 pitch, way outside for ball 4. Past the catcher, but Baker's going to stay put again. So we have runners first, second, and third. They are full, folks, for the right fielder, Vance Cooper, who's already scored once in this inning. No.
Number 2, Vance Cooper.
Did you just do Vance?
I don't know what I started to say, but I had to say it.
So 2 outs here in the bottom of the first. Here's a pitch from, and there is a ball softly at the second base, and we are going to get out of the first inning, folks. Your score is Sumter 12 after batting around twice in the bottom of the first inning. North Augusta 1. You're here on the County Channel, and we'll see you in just a minute. All right, back here, top of the second inning. North Augusta's coming to bat. They got a little work to go. First hitter, number 5, Sean Smith. Oh, excuse me. Will Rasay hits a hard hit ball to third base, but good play by Niswanger over there for out number 1. Now at the bat will be number 11, Trey Sutton, the first baseman for North Augusta. 1 out here in the top of the second. And he swings at a high one, but it is strike 1. Big cut, but nothing to show for it. So 0-1 count, 1 out. Top of the second inning. Sumter is leading 12-1 here after having a big first inning. Here's a pitch from Pack. Swung on, hit softly. The shortstop's not really in a big rush. He gets it over and actually makes a great throw, and he is out. Good play by the shortstop, Bodie Bowden, showing off a good arm there. Next up will be number 4, Cohen Spivey. So now batting is the second baseman, Spivey. Quickly 2 outs here. Britton Pack making quick work of the North Augusta All-Stars. Here's a pitch from Pack. Swung on and lifted softly into center field, and that's going to get down for North Augusta's first hit of the game. Never mind. Kid was kind of jogging to first, and Cornelius from center field thought he might try to throw him out, and it wasn't that far off. But Spivey gets himself on base. So number 15, Jose Avalle, the right fielder for North Augusta, will step into the batter's box. We're on first base with 2 outs here in the top of the second. Brenton Pack, pitcher for Sumter, will toe the rubber. Here's the pitch right down Broadway for strike 1. So 0-1 count here for the right fielder, Jose Avalle. Here's the pitch. He hits a hard one to center field. Center fielder comes on almost too much, and he catches it, but that was a hard hit ball by Jose. So only 1 runner left on, only 1 hit, no runs. Your score heading to the bottom of the second is Sumter 12, North Augusta 1. We'll see you in just a minute. You're on the County Channel. All right, ready to start the bottom of the second inning, and Sumter's leading 12-1 here at Field 2, Oscar Frazier Park. Game 2 of the day here. Looking to add on to their lead a little bit. Back up to the top of the order, number 7, Bodie Bowden's up to bat. New pitcher for North Augusta, number 17, Riker Bennett. He'll swap spots with the starting pitcher, Chris Smith, who will move to shortstop in his place. Here's first pitch to Bodie Bowden. All-speed pitch high for ball 1. Riker, the pitcher, favorite movie is The Sandline, and favorite baseball player is Ronald Acuna Jr. Here's a pitch from Bennett. Low and outside for ball 2. Catcher Ian Urban's been busy back there. Remember the Titans fan. He's been working hard like those guys did. All-speed pitch outside corner for strike 1. 2-1 count, I believe, on the shortstop for Sumter, Bodie Bowden. Here's the pitch. Who will hit Bowden in the backside, and he'll try it on down the first base with a free pass. So next up the bat will be the second baseman, Larry Johnson. Stroking it. He made like 3 yesterday, I think. McDonald, yeah, Adrian McDonald for Loudoun. So here's the pitch. Here's the pitch from Riker Bennett. Runner will take off from first, and he's going to make it down easily, standing up with a stolen base. 1-0 count. 1-0 count to the hitter, Larry Johnson, as a runner is now in scoring position, as we saw a lot of that last inning for Sumter. Right, straight back behind me. It was right under that computer last time. Nobody ever puts it back in the same place. I don't know what we're doing here, but looking at something with Riker Bennett, I think he's making our umpire Mike Seeley out there is making sure he understands where he doesn't balk. So it looks like we're ready to play. Yeah, they called a balk on. That's how Bodie Bowden ended up at third. So we're on third now with Larry Johnson up the bat. Swung on and hit softly left side, but way foul. So they'll even the count at 1-1. So 1-1 count to the hitter, Larry Johnson. Here's a pitch from Bennett. Swung on a hard hit ball to shortstop. I don't know what happened there, but the third baseman did not cover third, but he could have doubled him off. Instead, Bodie Bowden's going to run and slide in safely home. Unfortunate there, because for both sides, Larry Johnson, hit the ball really hard to the shortstop. Chris Smith was heads up play, but the third baseman wasn't standing on third, and after all that, a run has scored. So the score is now 13-1 in favor of Sumter. The bases are cleared, and now the bat will be number 9, Ryan Gristwood. Here's a pitch from Bennett. Gristwood crushes that one mile high in the air to left field. Left fielder's settling under it, though, and he catches it for out number 2. Nice little catch out there by Sean Smith, Jr.
Now batting, number 25, Ben Bobo.
We'd like to welcome you yet again to the 2022 South Carolina.
So next up the bat will be number
Dixie Boys State Tournament. We congratulate
18 is Josh Nitzwanger.
great game today. In this matchup, we will have visitors
So no runners on base, 2 outs here in the bottom of the second. Here's a pitch from
versus the home team.
Bennett.
First, we will announce the visiting team.
It's the top of the third, too, by the way. Yeah, it's ball.
Please take the
So ball 1.
as I call your name.
So ball 1, 1-0 count, 2 outs here.
Number 12, Tylen Parker.
Two outs. So 2 outs here in the top of the third inning.
Now batting, number 79, John
Number
Michael
5.
Oh, hard hit ball.
Third base, number number 22,
you're right.
Keegan Zisson.
It's bottom of the second. I apologize.
At catcher, number 8, Tanner.
Now, a nice hard hit single there by Niswanger. So runner now be on
At pitcher, number
first base with 2 outs here in the bottom of the second inning.
Batting number 8, Dakota Cornelius.
at first
Dakota
base,
Cornelius will step into the batter's box. Center fielder for Sumter.
at shortstop,
Dakota had a 2 RBI double in the first inning. Looking to add on to Sumter's
17,
run output here. Here's a Niswanger will take off, and there'll be a softly hit ball fouled off the backstop.
at second base,
So 0-1 count to Cornelius. Niswanger will trot on back to first base.
Barnwell. Number 9, Tanner Sassarone. Number 54, Jackson
Bennett looking in for the sign from his catcher, Urban.
Number 7,
He's got it.
Ethan Sanders.
Here's the pitch. Bunt laid down by Cornelius. He's got some wheels. Bennett makes a good play, throws it over, but it gets by the first baseman. Cornelius takes off the second. Niswanger's taking off the third. He's going to round third and head home. Cornelius is headed third. It's going to be a throw over to the third base, and it gets by the third baseman, makes a decent play on keeping it in front of him. Good bunt there by Cornelius, but he's going to end up getting a run home. So Sumter takes a 14-1 lead. So John Tyler Baker will step in the batter's box, has himself a hit and a walk, I believe, so far in the season. Here's a pitch to Baker, high and outside for ball 1. 1-0 count on Baker as your score is 14-1. 2 outs, though, here in the bottom of the second inning. Bennett looking in for his sign. Here's the pitch. Swung on and missed for strike 1. Big cut there by Baker.
In right field, number 9, Zach Lane. Substitution for today's game. Number 14, Nick.
Bennett looking in for his sign.
Head coach
Here's his
Brandon
pitch.
Lane, assisted by Josh
High and inside, but Baker tries to make a big cut at it and misses for strike 2.
Center. And on base, we have Aaron Epps. Let's play ball, boys.
Bennett looking in for a sign. Here's the pitch. Way outside. Good play by Urban, the catcher. 2-2 count now with 2 outs here. Bottom of the second inning.
11 pitches for Justin Lusk.
Catcher and pitcher won't really pay attention. A heads-up play by Cornelius. Takes off home, and he's going to score to run the score 15-1 in favor of the Sumter All-Stars. So it looks like Bennett's ready for his pitch. Here it is. Low and outside for ball 3. So they'll run the count full here to Baker, the DH for Sumter. Here's a pitch from Bennett. Swung on and hit softly to right center field. And I think that's going to drop for another single for Baker. And now at the battle will be number 22, Jaden Tillman, first baseman for Sumter.
Number 22, Jaden Tillman.
Here's a pitch from Bennett. Tillman swings, big cut, but whiffs. 0-1 count now on the hitter. Bottom of the second inning, 2 outs. Sumter has a big couple innings in here to really blow this game wide open. Next pitch is in there for ball 1. 1-1 count now. 2 outs. 1-1 count. No. Bennett ready. Here's the next pitch. Inside for the ball 2. 2-1 count now. 2 outs here in the second. 2-1 count. You have ADD like your mother-in-law there. Here's a pitch from Bennett. Way inside for ball 3. 3-1 count now.
Now pitching, number 4, Parker Cromer.
Looks like Bennett's ready for his next pitch. Here it comes. Swung on and fouled off. That'll fill the count. Count is full at 3-2 with 2 outs here, bottom of the second. North Augusta trying to get out of this inning.
How about Emerson and call Van West and ask him to call Eric to see if he could start using the field. Eric just sent me an email. I said he's well aware of the field.
And that's strike 3. So we'll move on to the top of the third. Sumter leads North Augusta 15-1. You're here on the County Channel. Ready, Rob? I told you, Sam, we're don't try that. We back, Rob?
Matt, I think you're on the wrong channel. Make sure you're on see this.
Sorry, Rob. I accidentally hit the wrong channel. We back on?
We're back on. Go ahead.
All right, sorry, folks. Here in the top of the third, 1 out already. Batter is Chris Smith for North Augusta. Chris hits this one softly back behind the pitcher. Second baseman comes on, throws it over, but not in time. He throws it away, actually. And Chris is going to stay put at first base, so probably be a hit on the play. So North Augusta has run on first base, 1 out here in the top of the third. As number 1, Caleb McBride steps into the batter's box. His favorite movie is Top Gun Maverick. Everybody raves about it. Favorite pitcher, Favorite batter is Francisco Lindor. And he wants to be an MLB umpire when he grows up.
Now batting for Bamber Barnwell, their third base.
So runner on second base, 1 out here. Batter is Caleb McBride, third baseman for North Augusta. Brent Pack, pitcher for Sumter, looking back. Not sure what's going on.
Looks like he was told to take his necklace off by the umpire. So he's taking a stroll back to the dugout.
So here's a pitch from Pack. Swung on and missed for a strike, 0-1 count on the hitter, Caleb McBride. Score is Sumter 15, North Augusta 1 so far here. Sumter going to look to get on the board. More runs on the board here in a minute. Next was pitches, ball. I think it's 1-1 count. 1-1 count. Here's the pitch from Pack. Inside for ball 2. 3. I think it's 3-1 count. So Pack's falling behind here to McBride. He's ready, though. Here's the pitch. Swung on and tapped left side foul. That'll run the count full. So full count on, 1 out here in the top of the third, runner on second base.
Swung on and missed for strike 2. Looks like the pitcher may have pulled the string there. They're on a changeup. No balls, 2 strikes.
Pack looking in here for his pitch. Here it comes. Swung on, popped. Back to the backstop. So McBride will live to see another pitch. That's pitch from Pack. Here it is. Fouled off again. So McBride staying alive.
Now batting, number 7, Carson Fields. Now batting.
Full count. One out. Runner on second base for North Augusta here in the top of third. Here's pitch. Runner will take off the third. Swing and missed. Catcher drops it, and the runner will get a stolen base. So now there's 2 outs here in the top of third, and the catcher, Ian Urban, will step to the plate.
Number 12, Ian Urban.
Ian's favorite food is chicken wings, my man.
Chicken wings.
Nice stop by the catcher, Ryan Griswood. That ball bounced about 50 feet. He made a nice stab to keep a run from scoring. So 15-1 right now in favor of Sumter. 1-0 count on the hitter, Ian Urban. Here's the pitch. Inside corner for strike one. That'll run the count at 1-1 now.
Actually, all of them.
1-1 pitch from Brenton Pack. Swung on, hard hit ball right at the second baseman. Larry Johnson fields it, throws it to first base for out number 3. And, so 1 hit, no runs, no errors, 1 left on base, and we'll head to the bottom of the third. Your score: Sumter 15, North Augusta 1. You're here on the County Channel. We'll be back in just a minute. All right, back here, Bluff to South Carolina. Oscar Frazier, field number 2. Top of the third inning, or excuse me, bottom of the third inning. Sumter leads North Augusta 15-1. Looking to cut this game short. They need 1 run to go run rule and move on to the next round. Leading off will be number 12, Noah Hazuda, for the Sumter All-Stars. Here's the pitch from the pitcher, Riker Bennett, right on the outside corner for strike 1. So 0-1 count here to the hitter, Noah Azuda. Bennett looking in for the sign. Here's the pitch, low and outside for ball one. 1-1 count here.
Rumor has it Ryan's friends called him Rye Guy. Let's see what Rye Guy can do.
So 1-1 count, no outs here in the bottom of the third inning.
Pitch on the way. That's closer. Still ball. Ball 2. Brings the count 2 balls, no strikes.
Bennett looking in. Here's the pitch. Swung on and tapped to the left side. Third baseman McBride fields it. Those are the first. Nice play, but he came off the bag.
Inside corner of the plate for strike 1.
Look at our players, it's Reese Rouse, not Reese Price. They told me I had to come up here and get it.
You don't have to, but.
It's not Reese Price, but it's Reese Rouse. Or are you missing? Thank you.
And swung on and missed. For strike 2.
So now we have a runner on first base. Number 3, Darian Miller is going to come into the game for Sumter and bat here in the bottom of the third. Runner on first base. That's the winning run. If that run comes around, the game is over. Here's the pitch from Bennett. High and outside for ball 1. Way to go here.
What was that about me not being on the outside?
Here comes the pitch. Swung on. That is a hard hit ball past the third base coach. Darian was not playing around there. That was a hard hit ball, but it was foul. So that'll even the count at 1-1 here.
That's going to bring up Caden Lee, the second baseman.
Next up to bat, second baseman, number 99, Caden Lee.
Caden Lee is number 99. Repping
So 1-1 count. Miller looks like he's ready, stepping back in the batter's box, waiting on the pitch from Riker. Here's the pitch. Hit. Back to the backstop. So that'll run the count 1-2. So 1-2 to the batter, Darian Miller, who has subbed in to go to right field.
by Caden Lee. His favorite movie is Uncharted. His favorite baseball team is the Atlanta Braves. And his favorite sports idol is
Look at this guy,
Jose
the
Abreu.
shirt. Have you been
Here's the pitch from Bennett. Swing and a miss. Runner runs down to second and will stand up safely, but that's strike 3 to the hitter, Darian Miller. And we're back to the top of the order, and Bodie Bowden, the shortstop, will step to the batter's box.
Number 7, Bodie Bowden.
He's a lefty playing second base. Earlier we saw a left-handed catcher. Now we're seeing a left-handed infielder.
Got my TriCaster frozen up.
Here's the pitch from Bennett. Hard hit ball. Gets by the second baseman, and run's going to come home to score. And I believe that's going to be ball game, folks. And that makes the score 16-1. That's ball game, folks, as Sumter has defeated North Augusta 16-1 here in the first round. But it is a double elimination. They live to see another day. But we'll move on. We'll move on to game 3 of the day. MacB and CWC Mohawk will be started in the next 20 to 30 minutes, folks. We'll see you in a little while. Thanks for joining us on the County Channel.